Hello, hello.
Hi everyone.
Can you make sure somebody can send a message if we are live? Rick is typing, so I think yes, all is good. Audio as well.
Great.
Yes, that's great.
Alex is there as well. Great.
Nice to see so many familiar faces already. I think it's good to wait a minute or two or so because we are expecting a little bit more people than they are in the chat right now.
Most of the times people are joining in just a few minutes later.
That's good. That's good. I hope you guys are doing fine with all the Black Friday hectic and something like that.
So, let's wait for a couple of minutes.
I think for the next time maybe we can do a little wait music or something like that.
Maybe that's better. Now it's always a little bit awkward. So in the first 2 minutes, like, where is everybody?
Yeah, Romain is also present. Anouk, yeah, that's familiar as well.
Anouk calls it een Brabants kwartiertje. Net. A lot of other agencies as well in the online already. Everybody was nominated for the Church Awards. Big shout out to you guys. Really great job. Hope to see you there.
How was Rob asked? How was Carnival?
Oh,
it was a while ago. Do you still remember it or?
It was 2 days ago. It was the 11th van de 11th. That's a thing
really?
in Brabant.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm getting old, so I skipped that one. But in 2-3 months, I will be out of office for a few days. Then you will find me. That being said, I think we're waited for like 2 minutes now. I think we are ready to give it a go. And if people are joining later, they can also watch the live stream back. So first of all, everybody, big welcome to the 4th Taskforce Talks. Today we have Ruben joining us, telling us about a specific client case we managed for MediSafe. This specific case that he also presented at the Channel Impact Cube, I believe it was a month ago. And we got some really great positive reactions from them. So we thought, let's do another session ourselves. In the chat, you will see a questions tab. If you have any questions, just feel free to put your question over there. If you have any more specific questions, even after the show, just send me or Ruben a message on LinkedIn, and we can also hop on a call. Doesn't matter if you're an agency or brand. That's all fine by me. That being said, I think I'm gonna give the room to you, Ruben.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. So just like what Guy said, we have also did this little presentation at Channel Impact Cube. I think it was a month ago. And after that, we get a lot of questions, and some people want to know a little bit more about how the system works. We have developed actually one of our experts, Casper, has developed this case. And we thought we can explain a little bit more, a little bit deeper. We can make a session about it. So if you have questions, please let Guy know. He will be moderating today. And I think we can dive in directly. Very happy to have you here, guys. Yeah, I think we have reserved in half an hour, but I think we are a little bit. I think we can do it a little bit quicker. So your time is precious and ours as well. So let's go dive directly into it. So one of the biggest pain points we have, we had in the past with our clients, I think almost for every client is, what can you do if you have, inconsistent or bare minimal feeds? All I think you know the struggle when you have only to work with a small title, for example, or a small description. What can you do to improve that, and how can you overcome the difficulties which you have if you use certain standard rules, for example. I will click further. Does it work? I need to be over here. So the main challenge is what we have is, if you use rules, I think everybody that we know works with Channable or maybe a similar tool like DataFeed Watch or something like that. If you use rules, you can use it, of course, to make broad standardized changes to a large number of products in your feed at once, instead of writing individual rules for each product or for each category. And I think, that's a pretty good way to change your product titles, for example, if you want to put the brand name up front, or maybe you want to have a suffix or something like that, or use different attributes in the title as well. I think the rules we all know of are pretty good. Also, for if you want to remove certain characters like spaces or commas or dots or something like that, you can use it with find and replace rules. That's pretty good. But I think it's not a scalable way, because if you have inconsistent feeds, like if your client or your manager if you have an inconsistent feed, maybe you use the feed from your supplier or something like that, then then you have to work with that data, and it's pretty it can be difficult, because the rules you created doesn't work, because if you have if you use, for example, capital letters and in the other products not, then it doesn't work like you want to. Therefore, we use also all the time lookup tables, so you can resolve some issues. But that's not scalable, of course, because you want to do it all in once. That being said, we've thought about how can we come up with a system which does a few things. So how can we improve the titles with real search data, for example, or how can we leverage attributes we don't use right now to improve titles, for example, and how can we use a feedback loop or sort of like system to improve your feed automatically. Because if you nowadays, if you want to A/B test your titles, for example, you don't have a proper way to do that, and it's always manual labor. For example, if you want to change the title, of course, then you have to see how can you set up a proper A/B test, and how do you know when it performed better than the base variant of the product. And there's not a good way to test that as well. So we created a hypothesis, and this is what we trying to do. So you can read it yourself. And so when our hypothesis was clear, we went to the drawing board. And at first, we like to see, okay, which client can benefit the most from this system. And we came out with our client MediSafe. He told a little bit more about MediSafe when we are started. But MediSafe is a medical retailer based in the Netherlands and sells in whole the world. And they had a pretty shitty feed, if I may say so. And yes.
The thing was with MediSafe as well is that they had the MediSafe is a B2B and B2C player, so they sell products to hospitals but also to doctors themselves. And the fact is that that really asked a completely different approach of communicating. But also the keywords were totally different. So if you have a specific product feed which all the same structure, it isn't fitting well for both situations. So that is an extra explanation why MediSafe was one of the
the main reason why we chose it. Yeah. So basically, when we had the account, then of course, we looked at which data sources we can use. In this case, we like to see if we can leverage organic search term data, because I think everybody use that for optimizing the product titles. And how can we use the performance data to improve, of course, the title as well. So next to that, also we implement our own experience we have developed over the last decade. To see, how can we improve the titles with our knowledge as well. Of course, the main question is how will we set up a proper testing environment? A little disclaimer, I think within the features of Google, you don't have a really 100% solid way to test it, but I think we have set up a pretty decent way to see if we can see how our new product variants are doing better than the old ones. So we'll dive later a little bit deeper into that. Also, the question, how are we going to extract and combine the data, of course, and how do we build the self-optimizing system? Because we are a little bit lazy, of course, and I think if you are lazy, then you are trying to find ways to make your job easier. So if we can do that, we want to do that, of course, so we can manage our time a little bit better for our clients. So how can we manage that? Our system can do the heavy lifting, and that we don't have to put in the time ourselves. So that's are the things we came up to when we first built our idea. Basically, this is the start of our flow. This is the flow chart, and I like to run by it so you can see how our system in this case work. It's good to know that we have, in this case, from MediSafe, we have 2 Google Ads accounts. That's something they had in the past. It wasn't our idea, but it was pretty handy to use as a test account. In this case, so we have 1 main account and 1 test account. The thing we are going to tell today is also possible within 1 Google Ads account. So that's a little disclaimer up front.
Yeah, maybe an alternative, because I've spoken to a few clients already about this. An alternative is using the Belgium account for a test account, if you don't want to make another account. Also good to know is that we had 2 different CSS partners, and we didn't saw any conflict or cannibalization between the accounts.
Yeah, that's a good addition to that, I think. So what we do, we have the 1 Google Ads, the main account. Of course, there is a merchant center behind it, and from the merchant center, we pull all the data to our master spreadsheet. It's true in this case, Channel is between into that, and also, when we have the standard attributes pushed in the Google spreadsheet, we also combine Markeffect search term data. Markeffect is a software tool that allows you to pull organic search term data on a landing page level. so we can combine it in the Google master spreadsheet. So what we try to do there is, okay, in one hand we have the data from the from the merchant center. We combine it with the search system data on landing page level, and we combine it in the Google master spreadsheet. So in that case, we have also extra data. From there, from the Google master spreadsheet, we have built a flow in Nathan and OpenAI. And what we do over there is, we push the data from the Google master spreadsheet via N8N to OpenAI. I dive a little bit deeper into that. But what it does is for each SKU, OpenAI generates 2 alternative product titles, one based on the additional attributes from the base feed, and one other based on the organic search term data from Markifex, if that is available. If neither source is available, OpenAI follows our detailed, vertical specific instructions to rewrite the titles. Allowing the system to learn from a past experience as well. That pushed into new columns into the master spreadsheet again. So in the next slide, I have a little bit deeper understanding of our Nathan flow. So what it does in this case is we let it run once a week, or when we want to do it manually, we can do it manually, of course. But what it does, it picks the data from the spreadsheet, and there in the spreadsheet we need to filter the products we have data on. So not all products are eligible for our system, because we need to have performance data on that specific SKU, so we can see if the new variant is doing it better than the last variant of the original variant. So from the 2060 items, in this case, it was one of the first screenshots we took. There were 66 items that are eligible for our system. I think nowadays it's still running, of course, and I think we are double or triple the products right now. But what the loop does is that when we have filtered the products, then the next step is that we prepare the data for our prompting system. So we separate all the attributes, so the prompt knows which attributes they can use. Then we push it in OpenAI. We have trained the model with our knowledge. We feed the system with all the experience we got from our past experiences, and also we have used best practices from the field. Also, all the courses we have followed from I think everybody knows the popular courses we've also put into it. So we have always the best system to make sure we can come up with a new improved title. And then the system breaks it down in different attributes as well. What I showed earlier in the slide before was that we have 2 new titles and pushed in the Google spreadsheet again. And then the system wait at 10 seconds, so the system doesn't overload. That was in the first tries we did. We saw that there came up a little bit errors because it was a little bit too much for the system. So when we have built in this safety, we see that the flow is running pretty good. From there, we pushed. If you follow this line, I don't know if you see my mouse, but then we pushed the Google Master spreadsheet in Channable. So what we do in Channable is we create new product variants on with the new optimized titles. So we have one, for example, we have one original product, and then we have 3. In this case, we have 3 new virtual variants with the new title, and then from there, from the new variants, we push the test SKUs, we call them. We push them in this case in the Google test account. From the Google Test account, we have set up the Google Test account next to the main account. We have set up a proper geo test so we don't cannibalize each campaign. We also use the same. We use the same settings in the campaign. But what Guy also mentioned is, we use different CSS partners, so we don't have internal competition on that part. And also with the GeoSplit test, I think it's pretty, we have caught the most, part of the cannibalization, can occur if you doesn't do it right. But from there, I think this is the main, the main part of the flow. What we do, we push the products and we let them run. And what it does, we have also in each account, we have performance scripts running. And what the performance scripts can do is they can they can compare the products, one in the main account and one with the test account, and we can see if the new variant cope with our thresholds. In this case, is minimal £5 of spend and 10% improvement in ROAS and conversion value. Then we can identify it as a winner. And if it is a winner from the comparison, we push that product to the Google master spreadsheet again, and then we replace the product in the Google main account. If it is a loser with the new, in this case with the new improved title, then it will re-enter the loops again and go into the native flow again. And then the system come up with a new title. So it improved itself over time in this case. And I think that's a pretty cool way to do it, because you don't need to have any manual labor, and you have a decent, it's not 100% valid, but you have a decent way to test if a product variant is doing it better than the base variant or the original variant. And if it's not, then you have a new way to improve it as well. And if you have over time, then you can see that it's if you have set it up right, it does work pretty good. So in this case, this was a little bit, there was data from a month ago, but in this case, we had 80 SKUs that are in the native flow. It says 60, but when we started, it was 80. From the 80 SKUs that are eligible for our flow, the system has generated 21 winners. I think, it's almost 25%. So I think that's pretty cool. Only in 2 months. And what we see is that the unadjusted products has averaged a 7.4 ROAS with 1% CTR, and the newly generated products are significantly better because they do a 10.1 ROAS and a 1.7% CTR in this case. So I think that's one of our things we like to explore further, how we can improve the system as well. That's why we like to build these campaigns with these feeds. And so what we like to do is we like to build search campaigns based on these feeds. And of course, when we have that data from those feeds also in the system, we can use it for another data point in our system because we have search term data over there. We can see how it does work over there. Then we can also put it into the system to improve even further. So how more data points you have a solid way to improve your titles over time without doing yourself anything in that way.
Let me quickly catch up a little bit of an add-on. We saw a lot of losers as well. And the fun thing is the losers actually had a conversion rate of, I believe it was on average 40% less. But because we used the test account, the impact was minimum, and it gives us the conclusion that we know that some adjustments are good for some products, but for others they weren't. And this was a really nice conclusion as well. And I see also a question from Alex for about the time frame we tested and decided which variant is a winner or a loser. And it is the fact if a product was a winner or a loser was based on specific KPIs, specific metrics. So an X amount of impressions, an X amount of conversions, ROAS, and conversion rate. So that was the main thing we looked at. But the fact that the loop was triggered once a week, we knew that it was a minimum of 7 days time frame. So I hope that answers your question. Also, I have a question from Jordi. What about titles you have tested in the past? Are they eligible to enter the test again? And the thing is, the answer is yes, but not yet. We have a lot of SKUs at this moment. So at this moment, the loop is actually filtering on the fact if a product has a higher, if the winners, then at that moment the test stops. But it is really easy for us just to remove the filter. The thing is that we now want to use to optimize all the titles first, and after that we can improve the winners as well. Pascal asks, what does the loop do to the overall product performance? Ruben, do you want to answer?
Sorry, I don't see the questions. I only see questions from Jordi and Quincy.
Then I will take it. It's in the question. It's in the question tab.
Oh, there. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But for Pascal, the performance, we first looked at the performance in the test account, and if you go to if it goes to the main account, the uplift in performance was matching the performance data we saw in the test account. It wasn't 100% fit, but I believe the data Ruben communicated about was based on the main account. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Did you answer the question of Romain as well? Not yet. So the question for Romain is, do you use this type of feed to populate or modify other attributes such as product highlight? Not yet. We use, how can I phrase it properly? We use the attributes like product highlight we use to improve the other attributes, in this case, the title. But in this test setup, we only improve the product titles. We also have a test running for the images as well. That's, I think, maybe for next time. But product highlight, we definitely can try it as well, because, of course, I think product highlights are, they are important to have, but not many feeds doesn't contain any product highlights. So I think if you can, extract your title, and if you can make product highlights from it, I think it's pretty cool. So quick answer. I think, we doesn't do it, but it's great.
It's also the question about if you do an experiment, you need to do a little bit of isolation of what you test. If you test the title change and the description and the image, it's a lot. So we did do some testing with the image, another image, but at a certain point you need to choose, and the most impact is made by title and by image. I also saw a question from Quincy in the chat, and he asked if we use the same product at the landing page for the duplicates. And because he said it would be a pity if Google sees it as a new product when you change product ID. And I actually agree with you, Quincy. It would be a pity, and but that's the reason why we use the test account. So in the test account, we use the same landing page, but another product ID. So we changed the product ID in the test account, and when the winner was there, then we pushed the different title to the main account with the original product ID. And by doing that, we did the testing with different products, but we didn't change the original product ID.
So we have the historic data on that ID as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
And to the other questions you had about why not adding paid information, it is not in the presentation, but we actually did use also SKU level data from Google Ads as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and we like to improve that even further with the DSA campaign we are building right now.
yeah.
He's
That
typing.
Joel, I hope I pronounced your name right, asked, did the loop improve titles only? How did you make it self-optimize? I think, Ruben, you answered that question a little bit a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit outdated now.
Yeah, but yeah, I can answer him. Yeah, the loop does improve only the titles right now. We have also a test running for the images. And how we make it self-optimize? Yeah, that's with our performance scripts, and we can compare it. I don't know if you saw the whole presentation, but I think we
the loop is the Nathan. The Nathan loops make sure that it is self-optimizing, and the AI agent in the Nathan flow is optimizing every week.
Yeah. So, do you guys have another questions for now? Otherwise, you may always contact us at LinkedIn or something like that.
Alex has a new question. Do you push several SKUs as a variant in the Merchant Center which do not have SKU level historic data for shopping? Does this not skew the data result with a preference of the original SKU? Really good question, actually, because you would expect that indeed. And that is even when the new original product is a winner. It actually makes it more of an how do you say more of a winner. It's more even then. It's even more winner than if it was on the same level. And we know that this experiment is if you go to the university, I don't think it will receive the highest amount of score on significantly, but it will improve your data and it will improve your performance. So it's not 100% solid, but as long as performance is getting better, it works for us. But a good question. Joel missed the presentation. That's
what our system does, it's automatically generating a video, and I upload it in a few minutes into YouTube. So if you are connected to our YouTube account or subscribed, then you can see it. And I think it's over there in half an hour.
And I think that were all the questions for now. So, as being said before, if you have any questions yet unanswered, just give us a call, and we are going to thank you for your time. And I hope you all have a good day.
We hope to see you at the DSA Awards in December. I think there are a lot of Dutch people over here. And otherwise, we see each other at another event because we are joining them all.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.